Good evening, everyone. I didn't think I'd be making a video this quickly, but how 2021 has started, fuck me. Of course, unless you're hiding under a rock, you may have heard the news that some pro-Trump supporters have decided to storm, I believe it was the White House, if I'm not much mistaken. I'm going to need to search it up again. I definitely had it literally just a minute ago. But it was as there was like a planned coup, apparently, from what I understand. Yeah. So, literally, 16 minutes ago, there was live footage, basically, of a mob that stormed Congress. Yes, they've literally stormed US Congress. Trump has actively come out and said, basically, we cannot go down the violent route. And I do agree. As much as I think the US election is a bit of a sham, in my humble opinion, as much as I think there is some serious alleged election fraud going on in the US, and as annoying as it is to have to wait all that time to see if the alleged election fraud really is just that, I've said it before and I will say it again here. I have never advocated for violence. I have never condoned violence. I will always condemn it. But the one thing I've always said is that I completely understand why people would do it. It's a bit like the situation in the UK, where if there was a violent revolution... Oh wow, the Guardian's just updated. Anyway, I've always said that if there is a violent revolution in the UK, which I'm hoping there isn't, I will condemn it, but I'll understand why they've done it. And it's exactly the same here. Trump has actively come out and said, basically, you need to go home. You need to go home and do this through proper channels. We cannot play into the hands of these people. This is what Trump has been saying. I'm sure I'll be able to find the tweets on here somewhere on this thing. Yeah, Donald Trump released a video saying, if I get the tweet up now, and I'll need to listen to it so that I can actually report on it. So, he says, playing it now through my headset. Why can't I view this? God damn it, it won't let me. Hold on. Right, it says, I know your pain, I know you're hurt. We had an election that was stolen from us. It was a landslide election, and everyone knows it, especially the other side. But you have to go home now. We have to have peace. We have to have law and order, and we have to respect our great people in law and order. We don't want anybody hurt, and it's a very tough period of time. There has never been a time like this. Such a thing has happened, which it could be taken away from all of us, from me, from you, from our country. This is a fraudulent election, but we can't play into the hands of these people. We have to have peace. So go home. We love you. You're very special. You've seen what happens. You see the way others are treated and are so bad and so evil. I know how you feel, but go home, and go home in peace. So Donald Trump, that was the whole thing. Donald Trump is actively calling for peace. He's calling for people to go home and not to give in to these traitors. But as I said, I completely understand why the US people are doing this, why these pro-Trump supporters are doing this attempted coup. And in a more serious message, I hope this is a stark warning for the British establishment as well, because this could be coming to your front door as well, if you don't buck your ideas up and start giving the British people what they want. No more bending the knee for Black Lives Matter. No more catering to Islamic terrorists or Islamic grooming gangs, or trying to silence people for trying to tell the truth who don't deserve to be banned. The cold, bitter truth is, if you people aren't careful in the United Kingdom, Boris Johnson in particular, we may be seeing a similar scenario in the British Houses of Parliament as what we are seeing now in the US Congress. As I've said, and I will continue to say, I actively condemn the violence that's been going on. Gunshots were even being fired into the offices. I condemn it. 100%. Let there be no doubt in anybody's mind that I condemn it. But I understand and feel for the people, because they have had enough, and I don't blame them. But they can't do this. What was it? Friedrich Nietzsche, or however you fucking pronounce it. Friedrich. Yeah. It was, be very careful. No. Yeah, when you are hunting monsters, is beware that when you're fighting monsters, you do not yourself become a monster. For when you gaze long into the abyss gazes also into you. I could have edited all the stuttering and all that shit out, but then it wouldn't be natural. Anybody can edit a video. Anybody can basically cut out what they don't like. But I've always liked the idea of you see what you get. Or rather, what you see is what you get. I do hope to God that there's no more violence in the US. And obviously, I don't want there to be a violent revolution in the UK, but these are very, very dark times. Especially with the whole COVID-1984 shite going around. You know, the whole Tier 4 lockdowns, as it were. And they're announcing a Tier 5 lockdown. I mean, I laugh so hard because Parliament, if it wasn't before, it is now. It's just a running bloody circus. If we employ a clown as a Prime Minister, to be fair, we shouldn't really be fucking surprised if he puts on a show in a top, a top hat or circus top or tent top, whatever it's called. I've literally only been to a circus once. Please don't judge me. But if you employ a clown, don't be surprised if you get a circus performance, basically. I do hope the US can solve its issues diplomatically, peacefully. I hope it does turn out that the election really was fraudulent, because I am worried that if it turns out that it wasn't, I am really worried of what will happen in the future for that country. And I'm also worried for what will happen in this country as well. But Tier 5 lockdowns, they mentioned. Well, if that's the case, I might as well say I'm on Tier 69-420 lockdown. I can't leave my fucking chair. If I leave my chair, I'll have the germ police at the front door in about 2.76 seconds ready to arrest me and send me to a white cell with masks, and it's just nothing but white, you know. That's what I think of this whole COVID thing. It is just a crock of shit, to be perfectly blunt. And the way the establishment are handling it is a complete joke. Anyway, I waffled on enough, and I just wanted to give my thoughts on it. So, thanks very much for watching, guys, and I'll be back soon, hopefully, with a few more videos. Until then, fuck the establishment, fuck the fake news media, and fuck the left-wing Marxists who want to bring ruin to our country. My name's Abathur, also known as Dabima, and I'm very bad news for all of the aforementioned.